Okay, so I wanted to do a few pages of the Woman's World May 17th, 2021 issue with you tonight. And we're starting at page 20 with health news, tiny tweaks, instant healthy. These easy moves give you stamina, strong immunity, and sound sleep you need to enjoy every gorgeous day to its fullest. To outsmart colds with pretty blooms, those lilacs you placed in a vase on your kitchen counter are more than just a pretty piece of decor. They can also ward off spring sniffles. Spending a few minutes admiring the cheery spring blooms increases the brain's production of the happiness hormone serotonin. Carnegie Mellon University scientists say that feel good boosts energizes the virus killing immune cells plus speedy recovery from pesky colds by 30%. Or you can pet a pup. There's nothing like snuggling up with your pup or your kitty to make you smile, and it turns out these happy little moments in your day are actually sneaky immunity boosters. There's a word from researchers in Wilkes University in Pennsylvania who found that folks who pet a dog or cat for 18 minutes experience a 33% surge in antibody that helps immune system better respond to viruses and bacteria. Daydreaming quiets your worries. The fun way to stop tension in its tracks. Close your eyes and picture your happy place, whether it's trickling stream or a sandy beach. Korean scientists say that imagining a peaceful space tricks your brain into thinking that you're actually there, easing at your stress level by 36%. Protect your heart with strawberries. Yum. Fresh fruit like strawberries, cantaloupe, grapes are finally cropping up in your local stores. Savoring these juicy gems daily keeps your ticker stronger. Japanese researchers reporting in the Public Health Nutrition found that women who enjoyed the most water-rich foods, like drank the most water, 40% less likely to develop fatal heart disease by 30%, less likely to suffer a fatal stroke over the course of a 19-year study. The reason? High fluid intake gently thins the blood, preventing the formation of heart-forming clots. Or just relax in your yard. Women who soak up the sun for just 10 minutes a day are significantly less to develop heart disease, according to the research in the Journal of Internal Medicine. Why? The UV rays help the body churn out more blood vessel relaxing nitric acid, plus they increase the production of vitamin D, and the nutrient helps prevent the blood vessels from hardening. Burn fat faster with an iced tea swap. Swapping your usual cup of black tea for a sweet floral oolong brew, a delicious hot or iced, is a simple way to shred your weight faster. According to a new study in the Nutrients, when folk relax with 2 cups of oolong tea daily, one at breakfast and one at lunch, their bodies broke down fat 20% faster. Even better, researchers say for fat burning effects that were not short term, they continued throughout their night drinking that tea. Or enjoy a sunrise stroll. If you typically sit down for breakfast before taking Fido for a walk, try switching up your routine. Exercising before eating focuses your body to tap out into the fat stores for fuel, doubling the fat burn, according to the research in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism. Quiet back pain with an extra pillow. After a fun day in the garden, bring an extra pillow to bed to sidestep back twinges. Experts say that North American Spine Society says that placing a pillow under your knees if you're a back sleeper, or between your knees if you're a side sleeper, takes up 55 pounds of pressure off your back, allowing the inflammation to ease overnight. Now rub your tootsies if you don't want to put a pillow in there. Doing so calms your pain receptors in the brain. A study in the Applied Nursing Research found that placing your fingers between the big toe and the second toe, slide it back for about 1.5 inches across the top of your foot and firmly massage this spot until the backache subsides. Avoid insomnia with an overnight hug. Swap your lightweight cover for grandma's quilt or a heavy blanket that feels like a hug. In a study in the Journal of Clinical Medical Sleep, insomnia sufferers who used a quote-unquote weighted blanket for more than a month were 20 times more likely to snooze through the night. The slight pressure switches off the body's fight or flight system and for a more restful Z's, or you can blow out a candle. Inhale through your nose, hold for 5 minutes, then purse your lips and exhale as if you were blowing out a candle. Cornell scientists say that releases relaxing your brain waves to make it up twice as effective as sleeping pills, on page 21. Okay. On page 26, it's Ask America's Ultimate Experts, Help I'm Stuck in My Ways. Growing and changing keeps you young and happy, but if only it were easier to do. Thankfully, our experts share how to welcome change. The expert panel today is Andrea Brandt, PhD, author of Mindful Aging, Embracing Your Life After 50 to Find Fulfillment, Purpose, and Joy, a psychotherapist. Rachel Hirschenberger, PhD, author of Activating Happiness, an assistant professor of the Psychiatry Behavioral Sciences at Emory University. And Bruce Feiler, an author of 7 New York Times bestsellers, including Life is in the Transitions, Mastering the Change at Any Age. Find more at brucefeiler.com. Baby steps. Go ahead and moan. Just accepting that change is hard is the first step for getting to unstuck promises. Author Andrea Brandt, PhD, from technology constantly evolving changes in our routines that are still hard to get used to. Life can feel disorienting, she says. It isn't your fault, and you're not crazy, so go ahead and grouse about it with friends who have gone through similar challenges. Sharing discomfort with understanding pal helps you normalize your feelings so that you can begin address them without judgment. Seek perspective. They have a sign that says new habits and old habits. When we feel stuck, nostalgia is often the thing holding us back. I'm rearranging furniture that's been in the same place for 30 years, says Brandt, who couldn't bring herself to move anything until a friend took her picture of her room. I needed to look at that photo to see a few pieces that were just too big for my space, she says. That mental shift inspired Brandt to recruit her friend to help her decide what to let go of. I'm still nostalgic, but I'm much more confident when I throw something out. Often, all you need is a new point of view. Outsmart procrastination. Looming change can cause us to put things off, observes Rachel Hirschenberg, the PhD. Focus on the process by doing something new, one small step at a time. Embrace change that you're passionate about, she urges. When we often think we should know how to do something, like master some new technology because everyone else is doing it, but when we take on something that we want to learn about, not something we feel socially compelled to learn about, she says, we stop delaying. A new start. Overcome life quakes. We go through 3 to 5 major transitions in our lifetime, says expert Bruce Feiler, who calls them life quakes, and each transition 3 phases. The long goodbye, the mourning without what you're leaving, the messy middle, shredding old habits, and the new beginning, unveiling your new self. You don't have to go through them in any order. Task-oriented folks, for example, might tackle the messy middle first and write the to-do list to ease into a new routine. Just knowing there is structure to transition that you can address at your own pace helps you welcome change. Take comfort in rituals. After interviewing hundreds of folk who struggled with this big transition, Feiler found out that 80% of them lean on rituals, from lighting candles to going on a pilgrimage to help them through change. These gestures not only serve you, they're a way of signaling to others that you're going to make through a transition, making it easier to support them, to reach out for support. Laugh at yourself. Perhaps the best ally to help you with large and small changes is your sense of humor. I have the new medicine cabinet, and it's hard to get used to, says Brandt. I walk into the bathroom, and I'm always shocked, so I just laugh at myself and say, Andrea, it's a darn mirror. When you can smile about it, change is like a hand at you back, gently pushing you to do something new, she says. We create tomorrow with what we do today, so don't put off doing it. We will pick up here tomorrow. Yes, I'm taping this on Saturday. I feel out of it tonight, so I won't share it till tomorrow, so I'll do more of that tomorrow so we can finish up that book. I love y'all. Good night.